Hello and welcome back to the English Lounge. I'm Emma.
And I'm Ethan. We are so happy you're here with us today.
This is the podcast where two friends sit down and have a real, relaxed conversation so you can listen, enjoy, and pick up natural English at the same time.
Yes, no textbooks, no tests, just two people talking just like this.
And if you're new here, welcome. We're so glad you found us.
Yes, a big welcome to all our new listeners. If you like what you hear today, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future episodes. It really means a lot to us.
It really does, and it only takes 1 second, but it helps us so much. So thank you in advance. Okay, so today we have a topic that I think is going to feel very close to home for a lot of our listeners.
Oh, yes. I think when people hear this topic, they're going to think, yes, that is exactly my problem.
Exactly. So, Ethan, let's start with a question for our listeners. Have you ever studied English for years and years, but still felt like you couldn't really speak it?
I think so many people know that feeling. You sit in English class, you study the grammar, you pass the exams, but then someone speaks to you in real English and your mind just goes blank.
Completely blank. And you think, why? I studied this. Where did all my English go?
It just disappears, like it was never there.
And that feeling is so frustrating because you worked hard, you put in the time, but something is still missing.
So today we want to talk about something that is genuinely helping people solve that problem. And that something is AI.
Artificial intelligence, tools like ChatGPT and others that so many people are using right now.
And before we get into it, if you find this conversation useful today, please give us a like and leave us a comment below. It helps other English learners find our podcast too. The more people we can help, the better.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, Emma, let's start with the big picture. Why do so many people struggle with English, even after years of studying?
I think the number one problem is this. Most people learn English by reading and writing. In school, you study grammar rules, you do exercises in a book, you write answers on paper.
But you never actually speak.
Exactly. So your reading might be okay, your grammar might be okay, but your speaking, it feels like a completely different skill. Because it is.
Yes, speaking is a real-time skill. You have to think, find words, put them together, and say them out loud, all at the same time. And if you've never practiced that, it's incredibly hard.
And so people feel stuck. They know English in their head, but they can't get it out of their mouth.
That gap between knowing English and being able to use it, that's the real problem.
And that is exactly where AI can help.
So let's talk about the first way AI helps, conversation practice, because I think this is the biggest one.
Yes, before AI, if you wanted to practice speaking English, you needed a real person, a teacher, a language partner, a friend who speaks English. And honestly, that's not easy to find, especially if you live somewhere where English is not spoken every day.
Right. And even if you have an English-speaking friend, you can't just call them at midnight and say, "Hey, can we practice English for an hour?"
They would not be very happy about that.
No, but AI, you can do exactly that. Open your phone, start a conversation anytime you want.
Day or night, on the bus, on your lunch break, whenever you have 10 minutes.
And you can talk about anything. It doesn't have to be a textbook topic. You can talk about your day, a movie you watched, a problem you're thinking about.
Real conversations about real things. And that is how you build real speaking skills.
Now, here's another big pain point I want to talk about, and I know this affects so many people: the fear of making mistakes.
Oh, yes, this is huge.
So many people know some English, but they're afraid to speak because they think, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh at me? What if I sound stupid?
And that fear is so powerful. It can completely stop you from speaking at all.
But here's the thing about AI. There is no judgment. Zero. You can make the same mistake 50 times and AI will just gently help you. It never gets impatient. It never makes you feel embarrassed.
And you can actually ask it to correct you. You can say, please correct any mistakes I make as we talk. And it will do that, kindly, clearly, every time.
So you're getting real feedback in real time, which is something most people never get when they're learning.
That's such a good point. A lot of learners go years without anyone telling them what they're doing wrong, so they keep making the same mistakes over and over without knowing.
With AI, that changes. You get feedback immediately, and you can fix the mistake right away. That's how you actually improve.
Let's talk about another problem, pronunciation, because I think a lot of people worry about their accent.
Yes, people think my accent is too strong, people won't understand me, I sound funny.
And that worry makes them even less confident about speaking.
Now, some AI tools, especially ones with voice features, can actually listen to you speak and give you feedback on your pronunciation. You can practice saying a word or a sentence, and the AI will tell you if it sounds right.
And even with text-based AI, you can type a word and ask, how do I pronounce this? What sounds do I need to make? And it will explain it clearly.
The goal isn't to sound exactly like a native speaker. The goal is to be clear and understandable, and AI can really help you get there.
And honestly, accents are beautiful. Every accent tells a story about where you're from. You don't need to lose your accent. You just need to be understood.
Perfectly said.
Okay, what about grammar? Because a lot of people feel very confused by English grammar.
Grammar is interesting because most people actually know more grammar than they think. The problem is the way it's taught in textbooks is so dry and complicated.
So many rules, so many exceptions, and the explanations are written in very formal language that's hard to understand.
But with AI, you can ask for a simple explanation. You can say, can you explain the present perfect tense in simple words? And AI will explain it clearly with examples.
And if you still don't understand, you just say, can you try again more simply? And it will. It never gets tired of explaining.
You can also ask things like, is this sentence correct? And paste in something you wrote. AI will tell you if it's right, and if not, why not?
That immediate feedback is so valuable because most people, when they write or say something wrong, they don't even know it's wrong. They have no way of checking.
And now they do. I also want to talk about vocabulary, because remembering new words is something so many learners struggle with.
Yes, you study a list of words, you think you know them, and then a week later, gone, completely forgotten.
And the reason is, when you just memorize a word from a list, your brain doesn't have anything to connect it to. It's just an isolated word floating in your memory.
But when you see a word in a real sentence, in a real context, your brain holds on to it much better.
Exactly. And with AI, you can ask, use the word reluctant in 5 different sentences. Or, what's the difference between nervous and anxious? And AI will show you the word in real, natural contexts.
And you can go even deeper. Give me 10 words related to emotions. Or, what are some natural ways to say that I'm tired? And suddenly, you're learning vocabulary in a way that actually sticks.
And here's something I love. You can ask AI to help you review words you've already learned. You can say, quiz me on these 10 words, and it will test you in a fun, conversational way.
So it helps you fight the forgetting curve as well.
Exactly. You learn the word, and then you come back and review it. That repetition is what makes vocabulary stay in your long-term memory.
Now, let's talk about writing, because I think a lot of people feel very unsure about their English writing.
Yes, you write an email in English and you think, is this right? Does this sound natural or does it sound strange?
And you have no way of knowing, because nobody is there to check it for you.
With AI, you can paste in anything you've written and ask, does this sound natural? Does this sound like something a native speaker would write?
And AI will give you honest feedback, not just grammar, but also style, tone, and naturalness.
And here's the smart way to use it. Don't just ask AI to rewrite everything for you. Write your own version first, then ask AI to improve it. Then compare the 2 versions.
Yes, study the differences. Ask yourself, why did AI change this? What was wrong with the way I wrote it? That's where the real learning happens.
Because if you just ask AI to write everything for you, you're not learning. You're just getting AI to do your homework.
Which I know some people do, but it won't help you in the long run.
No, the goal is to use AI as a mirror to see where you can improve and then actually improve.
One more thing I really want to mention. Using AI to practice real-life situations. Role play.
Oh, yes, this is one of my favorite things.
So many people feel anxious about specific English situations. Job interviews, phone calls, talking to a doctor, ordering at a restaurant in an English-speaking country.
These situations feel so stressful because they're unpredictable. You don't know exactly what the other person will say, and if you don't understand, you panic.
But with AI, you can practice these situations before they happen. You can say, please act as a doctor's receptionist. I want to practice making an appointment. And then you just do it.
In a safe space, with no real pressure. And if you make a mistake, you just try again.
And you can also ask AI to help you plan a learning schedule. You can say, I want to improve my English in 3 months. I have 30 minutes a day. Can you make me a study plan? And AI will help you think through it.
So it's not just a practice partner. It can also be your personal learning coach.
That's a great way to put it. Now, let's be honest. AI is amazing, but it's not perfect. Are there things we should be careful about?
Yes, definitely. First, AI sometimes makes mistakes. It's very good, but not perfect. So for important things, it's always good to double check.
Second, AI can't fully replace real human conversation. Real people speak in different ways, with different accents, at different speeds. Real conversations are unpredictable in ways that AI conversations are not.
So use AI to build your confidence in your foundation, and then take that confidence into real conversations with real people.
That's the perfect balance. AI plus real life, not one or the other.
Exactly.
Okay, quick summary time. So today, we talked about using AI to practice conversation, get feedback on mistakes without embarrassment, improve pronunciation, understand grammar in simple ways, learn vocabulary in context and fight forgetting, improve writing, practice real-life situations, and even plan your learning.
And the most important thing we said, use AI actively. Try yourself first. Use AI to help you improve. Don't just let AI do everything for you.
Because the goal is your English getting better, not AI's English getting better.
AI's English is already perfect. It doesn't need the practice. You do.
So start today. Open an AI tool, start a conversation in English, and see what happens. You might surprise yourself.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode of the English Lounge. Thank you so much for listening.
Today's topic was really close to my heart because I know how hard it is to feel stuck with a language, to work so hard and still feel like you're not getting there.
But things are really changing now, and we hope today's conversation gave you some new ideas and some new hope.
If you found this episode helpful, please give us a like. It only takes 1 second, but it helps so many more people find our podcast.
And please subscribe if you haven't already, so you never miss a new episode. We have so many great conversations coming up.
And we would absolutely love to hear from you in the comments. Do you use AI for your English learning? What do you use it for? Has it helped you?
Tell us everything. We read every single comment, and we love hearing your stories.
You are the reason we do this. Thank you for being part of the English Lounge community.
Take care of yourselves, keep practicing, and we will see you next time, right here at the English Lounge.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.